Discover art in a new way on our AI channel. Explore great artists and styles with AI technology. Subscribe now for a unique journey. Only here you can see what would happen if Rembrandt was designing an iPhone and how Leonardo would draw a portrait of Donald Trump. Vincent van Gogh, the brilliant but troubled artist whose work has captivated the world for over a century. Born in the Netherlands in 1853, Van Gogh was one of 6 children. Despite his family's financial struggles, Van Gogh was able to attend school and showed a talent for drawing from an early age. Van Gogh's artistic journey began in earnest in his late 20s, after several unsuccessful attempts at finding a career. He started out as an art dealer and then turned to preaching, but neither path proved successful. It wasn't until he began painting that he found his true calling. Van Gogh's style is characterized by bold, expressive brushstrokes, bright colors, and a focus on capturing the emotion and essence of his subjects. His work is often associated with the post-impressionist movement, which sought to move beyond the traditional techniques of impressionism and create art that was more personal and subjective. One of the key influences on Van Gogh's work was the Japanese art that he discovered while living in Paris. He was particularly drawn to the simple lines and bold colors of Japanese woodblock prints, which he incorporated into his own work. Van Gogh's influence on contemporary art cannot be overstated. His use of bold color and expressive brushstrokes paved the way for many artists who followed, including the Fauvists and Expressionists. His work also helped to usher in a new era of modern art, which emphasized personal expression over traditional techniques. Now, let's take a closer look at some of Van Gogh's most famous works. Of course, one of the most iconic is The Starry Night, which depicts a swirling sky above a sleepy village. The painting is famous for its bright colors and the dynamic movement of the stars and clouds. Another famous work is Sunflowers, a series of paintings that Van Gogh created while living in Arles, France. The paintings show sunflowers in various stages of bloom and are known for their vivid yellows and browns. Did you know that Vincent created these works as a gift for his friend and fellow artist, Paul Gauguin? They had a tumultuous relationship, and Vincent hoped that this gift would bring them closer together. It's like giving a bouquet of flowers to a friend, but on steroids. But Van Gogh's life was not all sunshine and sunflowers. He struggled with mental illness throughout his life and famously cut off his own ear during a psychotic episode. Despite his struggles, he continued to paint prolifically, creating over 2,000 works in his brief career. Van Gogh only sold one painting during his lifetime. That's right, despite his talent and influence, he was largely unrecognized during his own time. It wasn't until after his death that his work began to receive the recognition it deserved. One of his later works, Irises, sold for a record-breaking $53.9 million at an auction in 1987. Not bad for a struggling artist, right? Vincent van Gogh died on July 29, 1890, at the age of 37. He died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound after years of struggling with mental illness and emotional instability. Van Gogh had experienced multiple breakdowns throughout his life, and his mental health had been deteriorating in the months leading up to his death. He was buried in the cemetery of the small French town of Auvers-sur-Oise, where he had been living at the time. Okay, now let's see how an artificial intelligence handles the interpretation of Van Gogh's work. First, as always, let's start with the portraits. Today, we will try to draw portraits of great people like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Johnny Depp, and Britney Spears. As you can see, for Iron Arnie, the neural network tried to give some of the features of the artist himself. Namely, it added a recognizable red beard. By the way, thank God it didn't happen with Britney Spears, don't you think? But Johnny Depp would definitely be happy with his portrait. It turned out really beautiful. Who's that? Very much like Harry Potter, of course. And it's not without a beard, too, which crosses our character with the artist. Let's try someone completely fabulous, like SpongeBob SquarePants. The AI put him in a starry night atmosphere. I hope he's comfortable there. What if the great Van Gogh had designed, for example, Fender guitars? Let's see. I think Fender designers should subscribe to my channel. And don't forget you too, by the way. Now we will try to find out how Van Gogh painted his favorite cities. I think that Amsterdam came out just amazing. Personally, I set myself up as a screensaver. Another favorite city of the artist also turned out well, although here our neural network was a bit keen on plagiarism, and one picture turned out almost a copy of the master's real canvas. Write in the comments which painting the AI copied, if you recognize it. I thought it would be a great idea to ask our neural network to draw a picture called Sunny Day. I've always missed it as a pairing for Starry Night. And just try to say now that the work of artificial intelligence is not art. And finally, let's ask the AI to draw a picture called Tulips, because Maestro Van Gogh loved to paint flowers so much. That's all for today. AI Artist was with you. I hope you had fun. See you soon. Bye.